The Rock recently brought back his Hollywood theme, and nobody had a bigger smile on his face when hearing his theme on TV than myself. It was so surreal that I almost thought I was watching one of those edited YouTube videos where someone will walk out to a different theme, like just say, for example, Christian Cage in 2024 coming out to his 2005 theme. Just an example. So to hear The Rock's theme was just great. You could see a smile on The Rock's face when his theme hit, and you could tell he was even delighted to hear that theme again, even though I'm sure he was in on them bringing the theme song back. And I wouldn't be surprised to find out that it was his idea in the first place. Now, I hope, just to complete the look, I hope he can come back and bring back the classic black leather vest and the pants just for 1 week, even. So that'd be pretty cool if he could do that. So he had one of his classic rock concerts, and it was as good as it gets for his promos, right? First he plays Babyface for the crowd, which he knew was going to receive him well. Then he gets into the songs, and he takes out Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, and he even pokes fun at himself by showing a picture of himself with a fanny pack on the Titantron. He had some great zingers, like the line about drugs and cheap condoms being a bad combination. When The Rock did his verse on Seth, he talked about Becky being more popular than Seth. And it made me realize that, Seth Rollins is basically getting the Triple H treatment, where everyone uses his wife as a reference to insult him. Remember when Triple H was able to wrestle? So many people would use the old, your balls are in your wife's purse trope, or do you need your wife's permission insult. So it looks like that torch is being passed down, like father, like son, I guess. A couple weeks ago, Roman said that Seth walks in his wife's clothes, and now The Rock is saying that his wife is more popular than him. So, who knows what next is to come after that. So after Cody and Seth, The Rock addresses the quote-unquote the Cody crybabies in song, and this was the best part. He said they have to pay cash for sex. And then he ends the verse, by saying, there's some lines you don't cross, but you kiss the ass of the final boss. I thought that was just absolutely perfect. Brilliant way to end that segment. So, it was great for me personally. After the Rock concert, The Rock gets serious for a moment, and he tells a retread of the promo he cut on Instagram, which is a trend I've noticed, and probably the only criticism I have of this storyline is, The Rock cuts these promos, and they're great, and then he repeats a more condensed version of the same promo on TV. And I would say that if he's going to cut a promo online, then he should at least have a few different talking points on TV than what he said on Instagram. Like, it's fine to repeat some points, but, you could always say something different that'll deviate just away from the promo. Because I get it. I get why he's going to repeat the exact same stuff, as maybe some people don't watch his stuff on social media. So maybe that's the idea. But even then, like, for someone who keeps up with The Rock, like, I think that if you can add a little more variety, I would say do that. So, again, that's my only critique as far as that goes. But other than that, I'm enjoying it. So, anyway, he repeated his promo, and he's talking to Cody's mom. Then he talks about, of course, if you haven't seen the promo, he talks about whipping her son with the belt, and right in front of her, and in cold blood. And this is my favorite part, is how he ends the promo. He says he's going to go right up to her and whisper in her ear, "What can I say except you're welcome?" Which I enjoyed because of the Easter egg and because I enjoy the song. So great line overall. I, again, genuinely enjoyed that. Wonder how many other people got that reference, and wonder how many other people enjoyed that reference. So, seeing The Rock in this role is amazing. It's always a treat to have The Rock on TV, and admittedly, his character shift, like this shift has breathed new life into The Rock's character. And I'm just overall like excited. I can't wait till the next time we see him on TV, to be honest with you. You know, I also can't wait for the funny moment that The Rock and Cody have to share the next Friday after WrestleMania when The Rock inevitably betrays Roman Reigns. Because let's not forget, The Rock is going to betray Roman Reigns. You know, so I'll be curious to see how that plays out. Whether it be some very awkward yet funny apology, I don't know. But that'll be very entertaining. You know, so we get Cody's response, right? And he does it in the best way possible. You know, and again, like I said, this is the best way he could have been scripted to do so, because his character is not the type to be mudslinging. That's what I feel like people have to keep into consideration, right? Cody Rhodes is not known for scathing his opponents. That's just not in his character. And as a babyface, I don't think that's ever been in his character. Maybe as a heel, sure. But he's not a heel. So his character is somewhat of a gentleman and a diplomat. So to have him do so, again, would be inconsistent. Right? So he does it in a way that still completely burns The Rock while simultaneously maintaining his, you know, polite trait. Right? Because Cody Rhodes is, again, very polite. I feel like I have to reiterate that. So I can also see why they took so long to give Cody the chance to have a response like this, because it makes it that much more satisfying when we finally hear what Cody has to say, what he really has to say. You know, the buildup is great, I feel like. So some of the highlights of Cody's promo were that he and Roman have to talk, but first he has to address The Rock. Then he says The Rock isn't a heel. He says he's an asshole. I think somebody should tell Cody the definition of what a heel is. He mentions that his mom is not scared of The Rock because she's the same woman who attacked an undercover cop at a Woody Allen concert. I am fascinated to hear that story. Cody thinks The Rock's mother is a nice lady, which I liked in that given Cody's character. I think that was a nice attention to detail that he wouldn't disrespect The Rock's mother. You know, so... And finally, The Rock has little dick syndrome. After that, Paul Heyman comes out to cut a deal with Cody Rhodes that if he comes to SmackDown alone, then so will Roman Reigns. Overall, great promo, did exactly what it needed to do, and that was basically throw Cody Rhodes a bone, because The Rock has been disrespecting Cody with jabs left and right, while Cody has just been boxing with kid gloves this entire time. Right? So, and I'm not just saying that because of the diarrhea Dwayne remark, but really, if you look back at everything Cody has said in a back and forth, right, he has not said much about The Rock, if at all. You know, all we have heard him say was at the beginning of that line about neither him nor Roman Reigns doing any of the cooking for the past 2 years. Other than that, it's been kid gloves for Cody. And even that line, you know, as much of an ooh that it got, wasn't really much of an insult. Especially not compared to what The Rock has been saying. Right? So this segment showed that Cody could, you know, hold his own. Right? Now, sure, The Rock would outclass Cody Rhodes, but Cody's not afraid to stand up for himself. So overall, you know, both guys here had great segments, great individual segments. I personally prefer The Rock's promo, but I did enjoy seeing Cody finally getting a couple jabs back. And I really hope that they have a face-to-face where they actually exchange some words, you know, right in each other's faces.